Hello and welcome to Knights at the Game Table. My name is Adam Lyons and I'll be your announcer for this evening. We're here playing at Grimdark Games in San Antonio, Texas, where Ryan Christian's Imperial Knights are waging combat against Clifton Jackson's Tau. It's human robots versus Xenos robots. Who's gonna win? Watch the episode and find out. Don't forget, you can be entered into our monthly draw to win a start collecting box of your choice by sharing this video and commenting down below to let us know. While you're working on that, we'll get this game started.
Today I am bringing the Imperial Knights. I am bringing a Knight Crusader and two Armiger Helgavers, and I am also bringing in an Evasaur Assassin.
Oh, I brought a full Tau detachment. I brought a battalion that has 3 units of breachers, 1 with 8 and 2 with 5. They're all going to be riding in Devilfishes, of which I brought 2 with burst cannons, gun drones, and 2 seeker missiles. I've got 2 Cold Star commanders, 1 with 4 fusion blasters, oldie but goodie, and a second with 2 missile pods, an advanced targeting system, and a drone controller. And I have 2 Firesight marksmen, then I have an ethereal to round me up, give me some leadership buffs, and Diak Grek and Dark Strider to hang out with the breachers and give them a bit of a boost.
My deployment strategy is to sit back and DAC up his whole army.
I deployed pretty hard to one side of the board and pretty much as close to the line as I could.
Stay back, control the battlefield, control the center of the battlefield by laying down lots of fire.
Battle plan is to get in, try and focus down 1 unit at a time. He's got a lot of targets. Well, the targets he has all have a pretty high toughness, so it's going to take pretty much everything I've got to bring any one of them down.
My army's biggest advantage is I have as much firing as he does, if not more, but I have a lot higher strength weapons, so I can cause a lot more damage and get through him.
He has a lot of very high quality shooting, but once the couple of big targets I have go down, there's really not a whole lot that's efficient for him to shoot at.
He can shoot extremely well as much as I can, is slightly more accurate, and the fact that he has a lot more mobility than I do.
He's got high toughness, he's got invulns, and I have a lot of firepower that's just gonna have to try and get some dice to roll in my favor.
I've never got to face Cliff before. I'm looking forward to it. I've watched him play on camera before. I've watched him play in person. He is a great general, so I'm really looking forward to this fight with him, and I think it's gonna be awesome.
Really looking forward to it. Knights are always a challenge and be a bit of an uphill struggle, but it's gonna be fun.
Today's mission is Destructive Signals, a Maelstrom of War mission from Chapter Approved 2018. Each player generates their tactical objectives, up to 4 total each turn. In addition to the tactical objectives, there are points for Slay the Warlord, First Strike, and Line Breaker. This is a full army deployment mission, and since Ryan deployed first, he will go first unless Clifton can seize initiative on a 6.
That's a 6.
That was 6? Dang. Seizes the initiative.
Clifton's first 4 tactical objectives are Secure Objective 6, which should be an easy grab, Kingslayer, which might be a bit tricky on turn 1, Defend Objective 2, which he needs to keep Ryan off of for 2 turns, and Domination, worth a lot of points, but going to require some tricky positioning to secure.
Alright, so for my movement phase, I went ahead and went all in, pushing my army as far forward as I could, as quickly as I could. Got a lot of really high advance rolls, so I was able to get my Devilfishes very far forward, moved my sniper drones up, and had my marksmen shuffle forward so I could make sure I had guys in marker light range that needed to be. I had my Cold Star move up to continue supporting the sniper drones with his drone controller, and then I had my Cold Star move over to grab Objective 6 so I can get the point for it this turn. Go ahead and start with shooting. I'm going to start with Firesight Marksman. I'm going to be targeting your Helverin right there. Looking for a 3 to hit. Got a 4, so that'll give me 1 marker light token on him. Now I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 command point to use the uplinked marker light stratagem to add D3 to that hit. And add 1. Then I will go ahead and have my second one also take a shot at him.
Okay.
Looking for a 3, rerolling 1s. Got a 6.
Cool.
So he'll have a total of 3 marker lights on him. I can go ahead and get to my other shooting. First, my Cold Star Commander is going to take shots at him with a missile pod, so I'm looking at 4 shots total.
Okay.
They're strength 7, D3 damage apiece. See if I keep the command point on that one I just spent. I do not.
Yep.
All right, so now going with the Commander shooting 4 shots, hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. everything's going to hit. I'll be looking for 4s to wound on him.
Yep.
Looks like it's going to be 3 wounds at -2 AP.
And what's the damage?
D3.
D3 damage each.
Yep.
I'm going to rotate the ion shields on him, so I'll spend 1 C1.
See if I keep a point for that one.
Oh, you get points for mine
I
too?
did not. Yes, I only
Nice.
regenerate on a 6 though.
So I have a 4-up invulnerable save, 3 of them. And I made 1.
First, I'll roll the damage on those, so
Yep.
I'm looking at 2d3 damage. That's going to be a whopping 2 damage. However, what I am going to follow that up with is spending 3 command points for the focus fire stratagem, so everyone else I have shoot at him gets +1 to wound. We're going to go ahead and start with the devilfish here. I'm going to shoot the gun drones and the burst cannons. It's all strength 5, AP 0 shooting. I'll be hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s, and I'll have 12 shots total. 4s, a little better there. 7 hits. I'll be looking for 4s to wound you because of the focus fire stratagem. I'm looking at 3 wounds, no modifiers to your armor.
3 ups, no AP, right?
No AP.
Made all 3.
Now 2 seeker missiles. Also hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. I don't hit with either one. Now second devilfish is just going to repeat the same pattern.
Yep.
Starting with the strength 5 shooting. Do the rerolls. 1 more hit. Now looking for 3s. So another 3 wounds. Again, no modifier.
3 ups. Missed 1. So 1 more wound.
And now gonna try again with seeker missiles. Both of
6
them
and
hit.
6. Okay.
Strength 8, so I'll be looking for 2s to wound. Got 2 wounds. Seeker missiles, I believe, are -4. Okay, so AP -2.
Oh, minus 2. Okay, so 2 4-ups. Made both.
Good on both. My drones are also going to shoot as well, hitting on 3 from the drone controller. So first unit's gonna take 5 shots at you. Hit with everything. So wound on 4s. I'll do a mortal wound on 5s and 6s. That's going to be 1 mortal wound and 3 armor saves.
3 armor saves, so 1 mortal wound. 3 3-ups. So that's 2 more.
And then I'm going to have the next one do the same thing, and that should be it. 4 hits, and looking for 4s. 2 mortal wounds, 2 armor saves.
2 3-ups. Made 1, missed 1. That's it.
That is it.
At the end of Clifton's first turn, he has scored a point for Secure Objective 6, and the score is 1-0, favoring Clifton. Ryan's first 4 tactical objectives are overwhelming firepower, no prisoners, both of which should be a lot easier when the Tau deploy in their troops, defend Objective 1, which should be pretty easy for 2 victory points, and Secure Objective 6, which is a bit too far away for the Knights.
All right, so during my movement phase, I left my Crusader and the other Armiger over here where they're at. I did move this Armiger up to get a better line of sight on his units. The Evasaur Assassin cannot come in until next turn at the earliest. We're going to start off with this one on this Devilfish here. All of his weapons will be targeting on that guy. We're going to start off with the Heavy Stubber. It's a Heavy 3, hitting on a 3-up. 1 hit, and we're going to be Strength 4 on that versus Toughness 7, and it does 1. No AP.
3, got it 2, so down a wound.
Then I'm going to fire his Armiger autocannons. He has 2 of them, so it's 2d3 each. 7 shots on 3-ups. 6 hits, and it is a Strength 7 versus Toughness 7, so it needs a 4-up. 4 wounds, and it is AP -1.
All right, looking for 4. Take 1, so that's 3 damage.
3
right?
damage, correct.
Down to 8.
Okay, we're going to take this Armiger. We're going to do the heavy autocannons on this one here, and we're going to do the Heavy Stubber on the drones. All right, so we'll do the Heavy Stubber first. He's -1 to hit, you said?
Yes.
Right, so normally needing 3, so I'm going to need 4s. 2 hits, and it is a Strength 4 versus Toughness
4,
so I need 4-ups. Nothing. And then the autocannon over here, 2d3 for each of the cannons. 8 shots, 3-ups, 4 hits, wounding on a 4-up. 2 wounds.
Looking for 4s.
So 6 wounds. Okay, the Knight Crusader. We're going to do the rapid fire battle cannon into this. We're going to do the Storm Spear Rockapod into this. We're going to do Endless Fury into this unit here, as well as the Heavy Stubber. So we'll go ahead and start off with the rapid fire battle cannon going into this unit right here.
Tracking
So
that.
it's 2d6. 10 shots, yeah.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s. This is all hit. It is a 3-up. 5 wounds coming at you. And they are -2 AP.
All right, so looking for 5s. 2 got through.
2 got through.
2d3 damage then?
2d3 damage. 4 damage.
4 damage. Down to 8.
The Storm Spear rocket pad was on this guy here. It's
Okay.
a heavy 3, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Strength 8 versus toughness 7, so 3 ups.
After that,
And that's 2 wounds.
AP.
That is AP -2.
All right, so also looking for 5s here.
They're basically last cannon.
Okay.
Wow, double 6s. Whew. Over here we have our stubber. Go in there, -1 to hit, so it needs 4s to hit. 1 hit. Strength 4 versus toughness 4, so
Yep.
4 up does not wound. So then we're going to go to the Avenger Gatling gun, which is a heavy 14. So 14 shots hitting on a 4 up. And these are all strength 6
Looking
versus
for
toughness
3s.
4, so 3s. 5.
All right,
And they are AP -2.
I'm 4 up, so I'm looking for 6s. I got 1.
So you will take 8 damage. So there's 1 left, right?
1 left.
And I think that is it for my phase.
At the end of Ryan's first turn, no tactical objectives were scored, leaving the score at 1-0 to Clifton. In our first battle round, both armies traded some initial shots, while getting in position to try to score big in the second round. At the start of his second turn, Clifton still had the tactical objectives Domination, Kingslayer, and Defend Objective 2. He also generated Defend Objective 4, which, with clever positioning, should now be possible.
All right, so for my movement phase, I'm going to have to go all in a little bit. So started out by getting all of my breachers and my drones disembarked from the vehicles and set up to try and do some damage to some knights. The ones that the drones came a little further back to give some support to the backfield and keep it from being completely bare in case I get a visitor at the start of the next turn. I also moved my sniper drones forward so I could get into rapid fire range of the 2 major knights that I can try and go after this turn, and continue to move the ethereal and Cold Star with the drone controller up to support them. My Fusion Cold Star advanced up the field to get a line on the other Helvarian or possibly the Crusader, seeing how things go on that. And then I moved both of my Devil Fishes a little further out, continue to give fire support, maybe make a charge or 2. We'll see what happens. Last thing I did at the end of my movement phase was I deep struck Diet Correct down on Objective 4, and it will give me a chance to see if I can get something on that. Let's go ahead and shoot. Marksman's gonna put a Markalite on your armature over there, looking for a 3. I got a 4. We're gonna do the same thing we did last time, in which I spend a command point to add D3 to that hit. And I get 3 this time, so it bumps it up to 4. And then we'll have our last marksman here go ahead and try and put a hit on him. That will hit, so he has 5 Markalite tokens. We're going to have the 8-man squad of breachers that is in the 10-inch band fire on your armature. I'm going to have Dark Strider use his ability to give them +1 to wound. And I'm looking for 3s, rerolling 1s.
All right.
1s. Give me hits. And I am strength 5, so wounding on 5s normally, but with Dark Strider's ability, I'll be wounding on 4s. So it'll be at -1 AP. 8 wounds.
Normally 3 up, but -1 AP, you said?
That's correct.
So 4 ups. And you did enough, so it will die.
All right.
I'm going to do spend 2 CP
Okay.
to do Noble Sacrifice.
See if
to
I
allow
get it.
him to explode on a 4 up.
Roger that.
He explodes.
Okay.
So the explosion is 6 inches, and they take D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
So we'll do D3 on this.
Okay.
It's going to be 2 mortal wounds.
All right, and that's on the.
These guys.
Okay.
D3 on him. 1.
All right.
And then D3 on this unit. 3.
Now I'll go ahead and do a quick roll to see if I get a point from that stratagem you spent. I do not. That has opened up some opportunities elsewhere.
Good thing is all the marker lights went there. That's what I'm happy about.
I'm gonna have Dark Strider try and put a Markalite over there on the Crusader.
On the Crusader, okay.
1 Markalite looking for a 3 to hit because I moved.
Hits.
It will hit on the 3. It'll just be 1 token. That having been resolved, I'm gonna have my Cold Star take its shots at there. Looking for 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. Still a 1. Now it's strength 7, so I'll need 5s to wound you.
Yeah, because he's toughness 8, yeah.
That's gonna be 2 wounds at -2.
So it'll be 4 ups. Made 1.
D3 damage. 3 damage. And then I will once again spend 3 command points. See if I keep a point. I do not. To give focus fire on him so everyone shooting at him gets the +1 to wound. We're going to start with that devilfish that's right there. It advanced, so we'll be at a -1 to hit. Looking at 5s for him then. No smart secret missiles, so just strength 5 shooting. 5s to hit, re-rolling 1s. So 6 hits, really not bad.
And with strength?
Strength 5, so
Strength
I'll
5
be
versus
looking for
toughness
4s.
Oh, because you get +1. Yep.
2 wounds, no modifiers.
So those will be 3 ups. And made 1. What's the damage on it?
1 damage. The green sniper drone is going to take 2 shots at him. 3 of those guys are going to be in rapid fire range as well as Greenie. I feel like I can go ahead and just shoot them all at once because they're all going to shoot at the same thing. 10 shots total. I'll be looking for 3s to hit from the marksman seeing him and him being within 6, and re-rolling 1s from the mark light on him. 4's the wound, and 5s and 6s for mortal. 4 mortal wounds and 6 total saves.
3 ups.
1 damage each, so 6 total damage from the drone shooting. And the last shooting I have that can go over there is going to be coming from the Cold Star. I'm just going to go ahead and shoot at the Crusader because if it gets lucky, it gets lucky. Looking for 3s, re-rolling 1s. Okay, I rolled a 2, and I'm going to be needing a 3 to wound you because of the +1 from focus fire. 3 wounds.
No AP?
AP 4 from fusion blasters.
So 4 up and wounds. 3 of them? Nope. So it gets through.
See if I keep the command point first. I do keep a command point from that. And now I'm going to see if how much damage I get. 4. That is going to conclude my shooting. Assaults. I am within 12 inches here, so I'm going to attempt to charge from my devilfish into your Havarian.
So I'm going to do Overwatch with the Helvern. So we'll shoot the heavy stubber. Need 6s to hit.
Roger that.
None. And then for the auto cannons, 2d3 for each one. 8 shots. 1 hit. And that is a strength 7 versus toughness 7, so 4 up. And that will wound. AP -1.
Looking for a 4. I got a 2, so I will take 3 damage.
Yep.
Knocks me down to 5. And I believe I'm looking for an 11. Want to verify that for me?
Oops. You're 9 inches away.
9 inches away, okay.
Yeah.
I think I was measuring from the back corner when I did that. All right, so looking for a 9.
Double 1s.
Got a 12.
6. Okay.
Okay, so moving in 12 inches. Now this is going to let you get defend because him being a character, I want to be more than 3 inches away so you can't intervene into me. I think I'm going to get a whopping 2 attacks against you.
I think I have a better fight back than
Oh,
the devilfish.
definitely.
But tying it up from shooting is the key.
That's
So,
what I'm going for.
Yep.
So I've got D3 attacks at my current tier. You're knocking me down 1. And I'll hit you at strength 6. So number of attacks, 2 attacks.
Yep.
Looking for 6s to hit, 6s to hit. Yep.
And then I get to attack back.
That's
I get
correct.
4 attacks at 3 up. And that's 3 hit. And strength 6 versus toughness 7. So I need 5 ups. And no wounds.
All right, slap fight away.
Yep.
All right, that's the end of my turn.
At the end of Clifton's first turn, he scored no tactical objectives, but Ryan did score Defend Objective 1 for 2 points, making the score 2-1 in Ryan's favor. Ryan started out his turn 2 with overwhelming firepower, no prisoners, and secure Objective 6 left over from last turn. This turn, in addition, he generated Defend Objective 6, which is going to sadly be just out of reach.
So I fell back my armature to open up so that I can unload into this devilfish. I moved my Crusader back to have a better range of shot, but also be able to drop a heavy flamer on his crisis suit up there. And I dropped in my Evasaur Assassin so that he's able to get a charge off on his character over there and try to deny his defending objective 4. So let's nominate these weapons for my attacks. We're going to do the heavy flamers up here. Storm Spear, Rocket Pod will be on this guy here. Heavy Stubber into this guy. And then I said over here the Rapid Fire Battle Cannon. And then we'll try to finish this off over here with the Storm Spear Rocket Pad. So we'll just start off over here with the Storm Spear Rocket Pad. Heavy 3, hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Strength 8 versus toughness 7. So it's going to need 3s. and 2.
-2, so again, looking for 5s. That's a neither or a nor, so.
So 2d6 wounds.
Kills it automatically.
Yep, 6 wounds.
Right, and I go up on a 6, which I thankfully don't roll.
We'll go ahead and do this guy up here, Heavy Stubber and the Heavy Flamer. Heavy Flamer is a total of d6 shots, 2 shots. The auto hit. It is Strength 5 versus Toughness 5.
That's correct.
So it is going to be wounding on 4-ups. 2 wounds.
All right.
And that is AP minus 1.
All right, so looking for 4s on here. Save 1, so he'll
So
take
1 wound. Heavy Stubber on him, hitting on 3-ups. 2 hits. Strength 4 versus Toughness 5, so wounding on 5s. And 1 wound coming at you.
For 3.
And there's no AP.
Got it.
So we're going to be on this one right here. This was the Rapid Fire Battle Cannon.
Roger that.
2d6 shots. 10 shots.
Nice.
Everything but 1. And that is a Strength 8 versus Toughness 7. So it's wounding on 3s. 6 wounds going at you. That is a -2, correct.
All right, looking for 5s again. 5 fail.
5 go through.
Yeah.
5d3 damage. 10, 11.
That would almost kill it outright.
Yep. And then we have over here on this unit the Endless Fury, which is the 14 shots. And that is, there's -1 to hit, you said?
-1 to hit,
So
yes.
4-ups. Strength 6 versus Toughness 4.
T4, so 3s.
So it's 3-ups. 4 saves.
I'm looking for 6s. I got 1 6, so I will
So
lose
it's 6
3.
wounds. Everything has fired on him. Armiger cannot fire. So then we're going to go to the charge phases, and I'm going to charge the Evisaur Assassin
All right.
down into your guy. 3d6, and that is not going to make it. Okay. That sucks.
Yeah.
At the end of round 2, Ryan secured a point each for overwhelming firepower and no prisoners. Clifton managed to score both Defend Objective 2 and Defend Objective 4 for 2 points each. This brings the scores up to 5-4 in Clifton's favor. In our second battle round, we saw Tau charging into combat to try and push the advantage, but this was met with swift justice from the Imperial Knights, wiping out their transport backups. Starting off his turn 3, Clifton has Kingslayer and Dominion from previous turns. He also generated Secure Objective 3 and Secure Objective 6 this turn, and both should be easy scores this game.
All right, so I had a lot of movement this turn because I'm going for domination, so I had to make sure I had somebody on every objective across the board. I had a unit of gun drones move forward to Objective 5, and I had to have my Cold Star fall away from the sniper drones to get to Objective 6. He was the only unit who could do it, and I needed the points. So hopefully that -1 to hit on those guys won't hurt me too much. Diak's going to stay over on Objective 4, and I had a unit of breachers advance forward to get onto Objective 1. Second unit of breachers fell forward to hop on Objective 2, while another 2 moved up to continue covering Dark Strider. And I had my Ethereal and his bodyguard drone move up with sniper drones, mainly for him to try and put his Warlord trait into use, which I have been forgetting every turn of this game. First thing we're going to do is we're going to have Dark Strider put a marker light. So, need a 3 because I moved. That's 3. I'm going to go ahead and do 4 shots. The green one's in rapid fire, the 2 blue ones are out. Looking for 4s to hit because the marksman can see. Rerolling 1s. 2 hits, and I will need 5s to wound. 6 is causing mortal. No wounds. My Cold Star Commander back here is also going to take 4 shots. 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. Reroll it, and it's still a 1. He only wants to hit 3 times today. Looking for 5s to wound him. That is no wounds. We're going to go ahead and have my Cold Star with the Fusion Blasters take shots at him. Also looking for 2s, rerolling 1s. And the 1. 4 hits. I'm going to need 4s to wound for my Strength 8 on the Blasters. That is 1 wound. Do I want to spend the command point on that? You have a 4-up save, right?
Yep.
And 10 wounds remaining?
Yep.
Gonna go ahead and spend the last command point. So first, the result, looking for a 4. Got the 4. Actually 2 6s, so they're AP 5, but doesn't really matter there. And then I'm gonna roll to see if I keep the command point, which I do.
Okay. 2 4-up saves. And made 1, missed 1.
All right, D6 damage. 2 damage. I do not believe I have anything else that can shoot at you, so
Okay.
we're going to go ahead and call shooting there. I don't have any assaults to declare.
Finishing off Clifton's third turn, he managed to score 1 point each for Secure Objective 3 and Secure Objective 6, as well as 4 points for Domination, which was D3 plus 3 points, where sadly Clifton rolled a 1. This makes the score 11-4, Clifton's favor yet again. At the top of Ryan's turn 3, he carried over Secure Objective 6 and Defend Objective 6 from previous turns. He also generated Behind Enemy Lines, which he may be able to get the lower tier of, and Defend Objective 5, which is pretty far away.
Okay, that's the end of my movement phase. I left the Crusader where he was at. I moved the Armiger up a little bit so that he has some good shots as well. And I moved the Evosaur Assassin down to get him closer into the charge range.
I am going to go ahead and use Dax Booby Trap before he gets murdered.
Okay.
I'm going to use it on your Crusader, so I'll need a 5 since he's a character.
So what's that do?
So on
Because there's no LOS to him.
Yeah, it's just once per game. I can pick an enemy unit, and on a 4-up I do D3 mortal wounds. On a 7+ I do D6, but that is pretty much never. Since he's a character, though, I have to subtract 1 from the roll.
Okay.
So,
Need a 5-up.
looking for a 5 there. That's a 3. I'm going to spend my last command point,
Okay.
and it's a 2.
Okay. So I'm going to go to my shooting phase. I'm going to shoot my Executioner pistol, range 12. Hit your guy, get to reroll wounds, because he is considered an infantry target, correct?
That's correct.
All right, so pistol 4 shots. Hitting on 2s. 1 miss, 3 hits. Strength 4 versus toughness?
3.
Okay, so I need 3s or better. And get to re-roll. 3 coming at you. AP -1.
I am an armor save of 6, so that's 3 damage at least, which kills my character.
Correct. Then we are going to take this guy here, and we're going to shoot him into there.
Not that guy, no.
So we're going to do heavy stubbers first. 3 shots.
All right.
He has no wounds against him, so he is still at his full. So he is a 3-up.
Roger that.
And 2 hits. And no wounds, because it's a strength 4 versus toughness 5.
Correct.
Right. So then he's going to fire his autocannons, 2d3 shots each. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots.
Okay.
And these are strength 7 versus, oh, I got to hit first. Need 3 ups on these. 1, 2, 3 misses. And then I need 4 ups to wound, because it's the strength 7 versus, oh no, actually I need 3 ups because he's strength toughness 5, right? Strength 7. And 4 wounds coming at you.
-1,
And
correct?
it's -1 AP.
Looking for 4s. I
got
take
through.
3 damage.
3 damage.
That's 2 left.
Okay, then we're going to go ahead and fire the Crusader. We're going to talk about his shots. No heavy flamer shot on him. Heavy stubber, this guy here.
Okay.
We are going to rapid fire battle cannon at this guy. We're going to do the storm spear at that guy. The rocket pack. Rapid fire battle cannon at that unit, and we're going to do the endless fury at this unit. Okay, we'll just start up over there with the rockets.
Roger, roger.
Heavy 3, needing 3 ups. And 1 hits,
Okay. 3.
and wounds.
AP.
That is AP -2.
All right, looking for a 5. That's a 4.
Okay, so it
Damage.
goes through. That is a total of D6.
It's 5.
5
That'll do
wounds.
it.
Then we'll go ahead and we'll do that was the heavy stubber there.
Roger that.
It's a heavy 3, 3 ups, 2 hits. Strength 4 versus toughness 3.
4
so,
ups.
so 4.
T4 on the drum.
T4, okay, 4 ups. 1 wound coming at you, no AP.
Looking for a 4. Nope. That is not a 4.
Dead Z. And then we had, that was the big one. So this is the
Battle cannon.
rapid fire. That's 2d6 shots. It's going to be 9 shots.
Okay.
That's a lot of hits. And wounds. And those are strength 8 versus toughness 4, so it's 2 ups.
2s, yep.
So
5.
this one misses, so 5 wounds coming at you.
All right, looking for 6s. 1 6, but there's only 2 guys there, so that'll be sufficient to wipe them.
Okay. 14 shots at that unit. And every 6 is an extra hit, so there's what, 2 6s?
Okay. 2's to wound.
2's to wound?
Yep.
Okay. Because strength 6 though.
Yeah, they're T3.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The drones are T4. They don't have any squishy bits, so.
All right, 2 up. 9 wounds coming at you, and those are all at AP minus 2.
All right, looking for 6s. That is 0 6s, so they're gonna go away.
That is hit for my shooting, and there's no consolidation or anything like that. So that is the end of my turn. I scored no victory points though.
At the end of Ryan's turn 3, no tactical objectives were scored. However, Ryan did discard defend objective 5. The score is Clifton 11 to Ryan's 4. In battle round 3, we saw Clifton use the mobility of his Tau to gain good positions for capturing points, but he ended up spreading too thin, allowing the Imperial Knights to thin out that herd. Clifton started his turn 4 with Kingslayer and generated Secure Objective 1, which he's been pushing towards. Secure Objective 4, which his Kroot character just moved off of, and Secure Objective 5 for an easy grab.
All right, so for my movement, I am definitely down a lot of firepower at this point, but I've got a lot of characters who can't be shot, so I'm going to be exploiting that a lot. I moved a lot of my infantry so that they're behind line of sight, so they can't be targeted by a lot of the shooting, and then moved characters so that they're behind those units so that keeps them effectively immune from being targeted. I'm gonna need my commander here to do a lot of work in the shooting phase though. On the topic of doing a lot of work in the shooting phase, Ethereal's gonna unity through devastation on your knight. Dark Strider is gonna try and put a mark light over there, needs 3.
Did you miss one finally?
No, not yet. Got a 5, so he's got 1 mark light on him. Then I'll be putting 4 shots on from the commander, looking for 2s, rerolling 1s. For 3 hits, the most he's only getting 3 hits. That has been very consistent. Look for 5s and no wounds. All right, that is going to be my shooting.
Concluding Clifton's turn 4, he managed to score 1 point each for Secure Objective 1 and Secure Objective 5. Clifton also nominated to discard Secure Objective 4, putting the score 13 to 4 in Clifton's favor. Ryan started his turn 4 with Secure Objective 6, Defend Objective 6, and Behind Enemy Lines. He also generated Blood and Guts, which with a lucky combat phase should be some easy points.
I did move my Crusader up and my Armiger out, and I moved my Evasaur Assassin over behind the enemy lines there to try to get that and maybe possibly get over to Objective 6 by the end of next turn. So we're going to go into our shooting phase. All right, so we'll just start off here with the Heavy Flamer. It's D6 shots. 3 shots, auto hit. It is strength 5 versus toughness 2, so I need 3 ups. And that's gonna be 2 wounds coming at you.
3 wounds.
Sorry, 1 wound, sorry.
For 5?
Yep.
That's a 4, so I'm gonna lose a guy.
And that'll be, 1 wound. Heavy Stubber. Hitting 4s. 1 hit. Strength 4 versus toughness 4. So
toughness. These guys, right? Oh,
no,
that
this
guy's.
guy.
Right.
The Stubber. Wounds.
Looking for a 4. That's 4. He's good.
Shot here. We'll do the Storm Spear Rocket Pad. Heavy 3. 2 hits. And that's a strength 8. So 2s.
Yep.
2. And that's AP minus 2.
Looking for 4s.
Oh, it's invulns, doesn't it?
Yep. Failed 1. How much damage?
Okay, so that is going to be D6 wounds. 1 wound.
All right, looking for a 5.
Feel no pain?
Yep. That's a 3.
So the first one here was the Rapid Fire Battle Cannon. That is 2d6 shots. 6 shots. Hitting on 4s. So 4 hits. 2 ups. And 4 wounds.
All right.
At AP minus 2.
Looking for 6s. These guys are going to go away.
Both away. And then we'll take the 14 shots at that. Even 4s. So miss. toughness. Needing strength 6 versus toughness
4.
4.
So threes.
threes. Whew. 2. At AP minus 2.
For 6s.
No.
Oh.
That's rough. 3 heavy stubber shots. 3 ups. 2 hits. And 1 wound.
-1, so looking for a 5.
No, minus 0. Stubby stubber 0.
Stubber. That takes him out.
And his autocannons go to waste.
All right.
So horrible, so horrible.
Ryan ended his turn 4 by securing 1 victory point for behind enemy lines, bringing the score up to 13-5, with Clifton still in the lead. In Battle Round 4, the Tau continued to use their agility to nab objectives, but the Imperial Knights' sheer amount of fire is starting to significantly dwindle their numbers. Starting out his turn 5, Clifton still holds on to Kingslayer, and also generated Secure Objective 1, which he still is on. Defend Objective 6, which is on the other side of the board, and Big Game Hunter, so if he drops the Crusader, that should secure his lead.
For my movement phase, there's not a whole lot going on at this point. I have 2 objectives, well 3 that I can reasonably score this turn. So pushing everything I can forward to trying to secure that. If I can't, then I just hope I keep enough points to maintain the lead. And then I just shuffled Ethereal a little further back just to make sure he had line of sight on the big guy for this last push. All right, so last push on Ethereal.
Okay.
Doing the, what's it called? Unity Devastation.
Okay.
Targeting your knight, starting with Markalites. Firesight Marksman, need 3.
You miss 1.
Hits.
You hit again.
Now let's go ahead and do some shooting. We're going to start with the breachers that are down there. Gonna take a -1 penalty because they advance. So they're hitting on 5s, we're rolling 1s. Dark Strider is going to give them a +1 to wound. 3 hits, so let's go to wound. I'm wounding on 4s. That's going to be 2 wounds. No matter, -1 to wound.
So 4 up either way. Ugh. Both miss. Is that 2 wounds?
All right. Dark Strider is going to go ahead and take 2 shots as well. He's hitting on 2s. Both hit. And I'll need 5s to wound you. No wounds there. Last but not least, Cold Star Commander. 4 shots, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Everything hits. All right, I'm going to need 5s to wound you. That is 1 wound.
Oop, gets through.
D3 damage. 3 damage. All right, that's my shooting.
At the end of Clifton's turn 4, he secured 1 point for Secure Objective 1, making the score 14-5 in Clifton's favor.
Going into my turn, even if I score all of my objectives, I will not score enough to actually put myself over the top of Cliff on the point score. So with that, I am going to be handing it over and conceding to Cliff. Great game, sir.
Great game.
Wow, that was a heck of a fight right there with Cliff. Some great things happened, some bad things happened. Him seizing initiative, really, that swung the battle to keep me from unloading and taking out both Devilfish. Having a lack of total number of units also kind of set me back because he was able to spread and go across the board and did a really great job on screening out his characters for me just taking him out and making me whittle him down. I think on the first turn, if I would have focus fired more onto one of the Devilfishes right off the back, it might have helped swing it a little bit more back in my favor. But overall, it was a heck of a battle. The Crusader is a beast on what he can do shooting. And the other thing that really hurt me a lot, I think, was the Evisaur missing the charge. But otherwise, you know, once he actually gets to do something, he pretty much demolishes whatever he did, shooting up one of the characters. Overall, them and the Armigers there did a really good job. I think a 3 Armiger unit army would have been a little bit stronger, especially going against this much of shooting and mobility that he had.
All right. This was definitely a game of dice. I had just enough going my favor that I was able to let my strategy come in and do the rest of the lifting. Seizing the initiative is probably the biggest thing that happened in the game for me. It gave me the 1 turn to push my Devilfishes forward, get other units in position, and so I was able to get that 1 turn of firepower that let me set up everything else I had going forward. MVP units were probably a tie between Diet Grek and my Cold Star with the missile pods. The Cold Star being able to boost up the sniper drones, let me get the mortal wounds, which really helped me put the damage down on both the Armiger and his Crusader. And Diet Grek coming down and just holding objective 4, literally all he did, sat on one objective and was responsible for a 6-point swing for me on turn 3 or turn 4. Without that swing there, it's a significantly closer game. And with the toughness of his units, I mean, it took until the last turn for me to even degrade the Crusader. So with that toughness, I don't know if I pull out the win without that single moment. Both sides, though, it was a great game. I just had the advantage of having so many units that I could recover from losses, and my opponent couldn't with the Knight list. I also think the Armiger might have been a better play, but the Evisor Assassin, if it had gone off, also would have swung the game.
Wow, what a game! Initially it looked like the impenetrable armor of the Imperial Knights would be able to hold off the tower assault, but after some careful maneuvering secured table domination by Clifton and an unfortunate mischarge by Ryan's Evisor Assassin, the scales tipped in the tower's favor. So today the Xenos robots proved superior, with a victory for Clifton's tower. Hopefully the tech priests will be able to restore Ryan's crippled Imperial Knights for next time. Don't forget that if you want to learn some advanced tactics, get some painting tutorials on how to speed paint miniatures and have them look amazing very quickly, and so much more, don't forget to download your copy of our free guide in the description below. And if you want to see who's playing next week, watch this.
Next week on Knights at the Game Table, Tyranids versus Necrons.